seeking the bliss or the happiness through the various means. And we all, if you look from the smallest creature to an animal, to a human life, and to the divine life also, we all are in some way trying to seek that some bliss or that happiness which will fulfill us or which will content us. And in that journey of that, today I am coming with you in front of all of you on Anandyatra podcast, and I welcome you on this platform, which is a platform which shares the stories of the people who have attained or on the journey to that same bliss, sharing their story, their struggles, and how they came out of that story. And then we will try to see their thought process during that journey, how they turn into or transform into that beautiful being. So today with me, we have a great Bal Murli sir, Sri Bala Murli sir from Yoga Vidya school, and he is a yoga teacher, yoga expert in Patanjali Yoga Sutras. Somewhere I get connected with him in one of the class, and I was sitting as a student in his classes, and I get connected to him and see the depth and dimension, and the beautiful thing is the simplicity with which the way he is uh, describing or making you understand the simple things of Patanjali Yoga Sutras in you. So I welcome you, sir, for this podcast and accepting this invitation. Thanks a lot for joining. Great to
Hurry up,
feel
sir.
you, to see you here. Yeah.
Hurry up. Thank you.
So,
Thank
yeah. So I want to tell all of you, like this podcast is all about. First of all, we will try to see the journey of Balamurli sir, like how he transformed from that corporate field and now he's fully working in that yoga field, dedicating his complete life. And like in our this podcast, so many people came and who were an engineer, and sir is also a mechanical engineer, and this is what the platform or the ground on which sir and I are connected. Because that engineer feeling is somewhere there between us. So we will try to see the journey of sir, because what I feel, most of us have that same journey, but maybe possible we are not able to express that. So we will try to know that journey of sir, what struggles he have gone through, how he finally took the decision, because in 2006 he thought about that, and in 2018 he finally shifted into that yoga field. Like that much amount he took. So that much preparation was there in the mind. And then, because he is an expert in that Patanjali Yoga Sutra, he practiced, he is teaching for that around for 2 3 years. Before that, he has understood that himself as well as by practicing in the life. And he has a deep connection with Sankhya philosophy, as I came to know that he has interest in Sankhya philosophy. So we will try to know that today also. And most importantly, something about life, philosophy, and self realization also, that somewhere we all are seeking. So I will not say much about it. If I am wrong at place, please correct me, sir. And once again, I welcome you. I want you to please give your short introduction and let us know how you came. First of all, how are you, sir, feeling?
Hurry up. I'm very, very much fine. I'm too good.
Okay,
Thank you, Ashish.
great, great, sir, great. So please, sir, let us know your embarking journey, like how you were in your childhood. If I ask you, do you remember how was your childhood?
It's all quite normal, so nothing to exaggerate. So we'll keep the introductions short. So we'll talk,
Okay,
all other things. And
true.
the longing, like we always use the three words in philosophy. I don't want to get into detail because many people may not understand the karma, samskara, and vasana. So the three
So
words,
may I
anyway,
think
we'll be
that
touching those
your
things.
voice is somewhere breaking. Can you please check your earphone?
Is it? Hello? Can you hear now?
Yeah, now perfect.
So, am I audible now?
Audible, but there's some flickering voice is coming. I don't know why.
Is it better now? Or still?
Still,
Okay. I'll just change the my audio thing. One second.
okay.
So how is this now?
Yeah, no, it's
Is
fine.
this okay? Sorry,
Okay.
sorry for
Sorry for
the
interrupting.
starting issue. Sorry for the interruption. So we always use that three key thing because many times we do not know why we are here today, where we are.
Hmm.
So I just had a longing to know the truth. We don't know what is truth also. So it was quite common, like we are all worried about our survival. So then, when I was doing my MBA after engineering, I did my MBA. That time I was searching for books, something related to management. I came across a CD. Typically, a guru was there with a beard and all, which I never had any idea. I never had any belief system. So mostly, I don't believe any people. So I just bought the CD because the heading was very catchy. So the moment I watched that CD, that's the first time I have to say yes to everything, whatever it is said, and it was I was unable to believe because I'm not that kind of person saying yes to everything. Always argue on whatever put in front of me. Not neither this side nor that side, but to understand truth. Somebody for 1 hour, whatever he said, I need to say only yes. How come it is possible? So suddenly it hit me. Then I started going in that direction. I attended a couple of programs there. Then I attended many programs. But the first program I attended, after that, I felt like I need to give life to yoga. There is no way because you got some truth in front of you, you cannot deny. So that decision I came to within few months' time after attending a session. But how to come out totally because we are all like, no, maybe the current generation is little comfortable on the survival part. So it took 10 to 12 years to not exactly to plan, but the direction is same. The same direction that is there, but somehow 10, 12 years it made me to come out of it because it is not like our samskara. The habit is always there. One day you will feel like I want to go and do something. Then after some time it comes and says, no, 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 that's not that. So it is like a pressure cooker. When you keep the longing within inside, you should not take decision the next day. You should allow it to build the pressure. One day it will just come out. That's it.
True,
The
true.
whistle comes and makes you say you're cooked, you're ready. So that readiness came. I had the first experience, first program in 2006 end. So 2018, that whistle got blown out, and after that, I decided like I cannot do anything except just cut the job and get here. Otherwise, it is impossible to continue even one day. So that stage came, and I would say like it's all grace of God because if somebody asks today what is the best part of your life, I'll say today what I am doing now.
True,
I can
true.
never say I will never exchange this for anything else. If somebody says I'll give you this much, that much, give me time. Time is what I need, and that's what
True.
because all those days, spending time for survival seems to be okay if really my stomach is empty. If stomach is
Hmm.
full, then you should think about use the time to something else. So what I have become all-time seeker these days, always related to yoga. I'm so fortunate. And when I came at 2018, the first time accidentally I got into Krishnamacharya Yoga Mandiram, which every one of us are knowing, one of the oldest traditional institute in Chennai. Just after I got a admission for a teacher training course, I did for 2 years. That is where I learned Yoga Sutra. Though it's a course, so they cannot cover in depth, but that inspired me a lot. From day one onwards, I got so much interest, so I just started collecting and going deeper beyond the exam point of view. So that continued to 2.5 years. Then after that, I got into Shiv Darshan Yoga Vidyalaya, where we have Swami Gambhirananda Saraswati, where I'm associated now. So Swamiji, there I learned a couple of programs on yoga therapy. So there only Swamiji gave me the first opportunity to teach high blood pressure. So that's where teaching came first. Though the learning came, though I'm fond of teaching, I'm not that kind of person. I'm so introverted, I cannot talk to people. One to one, yes, I can always do, but how to teach people? So that was a great opportunity. I still thank because that's an official opportunity, right? So whatever you have officially, somebody asking us to do. Then after that, one day I thought Yoga Sutra people always, they have aversion to any text because every text people teach the way it's very difficult to understand. I really don't know the reason because when you explain things to people in a simple manner, everybody will be interested.
Correct.
So most of the people I've seen is if you ask something about doubt, say for example, vrittis, they will talk about kleshas. Now I
Hmm.
could ask the next question: what are kleshas? This is not fine. So I thought like, why not? Because I am a dumb person. I learned the hard way. Why not? I teach the way I understand. So I
Correct.
just put a simple example, simple picture. I spend around 8 to 10 months of time. The moment I want to start teaching Yoga Sutra, I spend every day 4 5 hours to 8 months, so that just visualize what will be here and collect the picture accordingly and put it. And after that, I found it was working fine. And people always appreciate what is there in the PPT because that is what it is intended to. So that made me give a lot of satisfaction, and I thought we should take this way because that kind of explanation inspired many people. So this is a journey now. So it has been cornered. Like initially, when I came to know the word yoga, I thought it is only asana. So if you want to become yoga teacher, okay, learn some asanas and teach in school. I preferably want to be with children. So I was thinking like you go to school and teach something. Then it came to therapy. I was wondering, therapy is wonderful because when you know asana, pranayama, you can heal people. Then after some time, it caught. I said, therapy, yoga is not for therapy. So then I when started Yoga Sutra and I thought text this because
Hmm.
therapy you have the whole world is doing therapy and no many any yogic people will accept definitely therapy effect can come from yoga or any asana or anything else, but that is not meant for that. That's only a side effect, but the main effect is different. So now today I'm standing in text first in Yoga Sutra and just studying Sankhya, and maybe like tomorrow what is going to change we don't know. This is how a journey till now.
Great, sir. Great. Great to hear that. Because the one who goes through this journey is like a roller coaster. Because from, like you said, it is something within you which propels you to change your gear, the way you are living your life. As an engineer, we know how we live, but somewhere the desire, that seed is wanting to open up somewhere, and because it's very hard to somewhere like express, because the outer people are somewhere going to judge you, like how you are doing that. It is not going to make any meaningful to your life also, because that also happened with me. Same. They were saying, why you are doing that? Why you are shifting? You are an engineer. You are doing great work. Why you are changing? But that is something like you said that's pulling you from the inside. And as you know, if we want to do anything, that inner calling, that inner thing really definitely help us. That's why you tell us like you took so many journey to Krishnamacharya Yog Mandiram, because when we have that desire, we want to get something from wherever we get. What I feel, and we are in the like desire, like someone will tell us something, so that calling will somewhere settle down. Like it's also like a hunger that we all have. So I hope like you are telling us the programs, and somewhere when we do yoga, meditation, and you, as you said, we experience that. It's more about that experience, as you said. And second thing that I would like to know, because you tell us that story, but what was before that? Like if I ask about, like, because it doesn't happen suddenly. So what was your thought process before that? Like, how was the journey before that? It's going fine. How was your that engineering career? Like you mentioned, it's 25 years you gave in the air conditioning industry. You were working in a multinational company. What I can imagine, there you are doing air conditioning. Now you are doing mind conditioning, body conditioning, and life conditioning. So what was that experience like? That shift? How you felt that? Like earlier, what was it like, and now what was your experience?
No, the earlier it was simply a survival thing because there was no clarity, right? So we should be fortunate if we get the right clarity at the right age. Because I was typically a normal person, uh, got a job after the college on the campus interview. So just went job for earning. That's it. Because but from day one I was having something in mind like this is not my profession, whichever job you give. But what is the
True.
other thing? I can say this is
Hmm.
not, but what is that? No idea. Spirituality, no touch. The word yoga, never heard it. So it went on. So one thing it was sure, like I was having so much contentment. I'm happy. You give me this or that, it's okay. If it satisfies my hunger, my minimum lifestyle, that's fine for me.
Hmm.
And it was always sincere wherever you put. Though I'm not an expert into it, if you put me in anything, I will try to do that, justify that. I'll be always true to myself. So that was only a survival part. I will say, really, there is no touch of spirituality there. But one thing is, I can understand if you see back is like I was true to myself, not like to cheat someone or do something. Otherwise, if you say it was really a horrible part. I'll say the 20, 25 years is, I will say, if I look back from here, I can see that. Because when you come to Swarga, then only you will know what is Naraga. When you always in Naraga, you will say, this is happy. I'm so happy. What is it?
True.
Because I think all of
True.
us, we have seen both. Now you give an
Yeah.
option, none of us will sacrifice this and go there. So I would say
Hmm.
nothing there. It was only survival, just closing. The moment somebody put a light and showed what is the other part of it, then we got like somehow we stuck to it and moved ahead. Otherwise, it was a very, very simple, very normal thing. Nothing is there specific to say.
Yeah, true, sir. Like in the last podcast that I have with Mr. Sujoy, he was also an engineer and he turned into now a yoga professional. He said the same thing. Like I was working in Tata Power and that again going to job and then coming, sleeping, eating, and that routine followed for 3 years. Now he's in a deep thinking, like what this life is all about, what I'm doing. Then suddenly he said there was a one festival, and for that he had to go, but because of job he was not able to go into that festival. Then suddenly he thought something is there, and he was doing some spiritual practices as well. So that made him to come out, and now he's a very, you will say, expert in that field, and he is still dedicated for that. As I can feel that fire in you as well as still that hunger is there. And you said that survival part because I feel also my guru also used to say most of the people will get up in the morning, go to their work, they do the work, again tired, again sleep, again come back, and this cycle keeps on continuing. So, sir, like for general people to come out of survival, what you will suggest? It's by destiny or it's by karma or like how we can come out of that if someone wants to know, or it's the pain that we feel somewhere that pulls us out to come out.
Now,
Like
how
for
to
you,
come?
it's inner calling. Yeah, for them, like what it can be like break for that to come out of that because it's very hard to come from survival. Like we generally like everyone when go to school or like college, we were thinking like to get a job, I will be satisfied. Now my life will be fulfilled. But how to come out of that thought if we look from the spiritual or the yogic point of
Now, why I want to come out of survival? That we should answer
view?
first. What is the
Yeah.
need? If I don't have any need, I'm so happy with the survival. Let me follow the same thing. Because if
Hmm.
my longing is not there, why some other dimension should open to me? So first
True.
thing, basic thing we should see is like, what is the difference between a human being like me and an animal? An animal is already programmed. It cannot be like other animal or it cannot think about the other dimension. It can eat, it can sleep, and it can die one day. The same thing. And I also, if a human being, we also like that. What is that differentiate between that and me? Because
True.
the animal does it very gracefully, the survival part. When the stomach is full, you can see the dogs or cows very happily sleeping, very peaceful.
Hmm.
Can I be peaceful if my stomach is full? If my stomach is empty, I have only one problem. If my stomach is full, I have thousand problems. That is what a
Hmm.
human being makes a difference because what is the thousand problem is, I come with such a capability. When my stomach is full, everything pulls me. It
True.
wants me to get into other dimension. But if I do not know the direction, I think it is money. If I know money,
Hmm.
I want to earn money, 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 unlimited money.
True.
It is trying to go to the infinite direction, but I do not know the tool. The tool what I have is money. If I have knowledge, I want to gather knowledge, 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 knowledge.
Hmm.
Whatever I know, I want to become boundless. But none of these will reach that boundless because these are all physical things. But
Correct.
I need to exhaust it. If I have interest in the materialistic world, so much, then so much to a stage where I cannot even think about beyond it, then let me do this gracefully because that is the reason in our no culture we say Swadharma. Now, why they said Swadharma? Now, for example, I am an introvert person. If you put me a job of an extrovert, I will suffer, right? I cannot
True,
do.
true.
This is not I gathered now. This comes by birth. Certain people have certain qualities. You cannot say this is good, that is bad. Both are good. Introvert, you have advantage to it, disadvantage to it. Extrovert have a benefit also, plus and minus to it. So nothing is good or bad. Swadharma is I take my profession, I live my life according to my strengths. Now, when we say this, the modern science will say, no, no, you should increase your capability. You
True.
cannot. Now, I should not use other example which will go negatively. You cannot acquire everything. We can reach God, that is different. But you cannot be
Hmm.
someone. I cannot be like you. Can I train my life
Hmm.
be like you or someone? I'll be wasting my time.
Correct. Hmm.
What
Hmm.
are my strengths? So Swadharma is what are my strength, my natural strength. If I stand there, I will live stress free. If my job, my profession, everything is suiting to my inner nature, I live life blissfully because there is no stress for me. Now we are doing like you are into yoga, I am into yoga. No stress, 24 by 7. Now, past 3 years over, I took off on Sunday because all our session, teacher training course happens on Sunday and I will be there in all the session. I never felt,
Correct.
not even once, what is this? Today is Sunday. No, when you're happy in doing something which touch your heart, it doesn't make you to feel tired. You may get physical tired, you can sleep and next day come out. So what every one of us miss is Swadharma. Because there is money there, but there is something strength here, both are not matching. They are giving me money for some other quality of mine where I am not strong. But still I need the money. I keep on behind it. Now I develop a lot of stress. In motivation, they say two intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. We
Hmm.
always feel happy when somebody said, I'm working in
Extrinsic.
IT company, I got an incentive, my 3 months salary. No, the moment you say incentive, they are making you to work more. When you work
Hmm.
more for an incentive, that is not your Swadharma. That
Correct.
means you are putting your effort more and more and more, but you are gaining stress. If
Hmm.
you are, that is extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic is means
Hmm.
which comes within. I work, it
Within.
doesn't matter whether you give me incentive or anything, I will do my best because I love it. So Swadharma is that which is throbbing inside us and just find its expression. You can use that in the form of life, like the way you live, the way the means you can execute that, spend that through job, whatever you care, no, assign to your life, and that helps a lot. So I will say that the question is first, why you want to come out of survival? Be happy if you are
Hmm.
happy. But if you want to come out of it, you have to tell me the reason. No, no, my office is having a lot of stress. I've seen people, no, simply in ashram, simply meditating, they are enjoying. Now you want to
Hmm.
escape from the ambience of office and come to an ashram. I definitely ask a question. Please shift your job, do something you earn
Correct.
money. But a question arises in your mind. No, I've seen people having a lot of money and lot of fame, lot of other things. Still, I find people are not peaceful in their life. They are unable to get the pleasantness of mind. Now, if that question comes, that longing comes, naturally the doors will open.
Correct. Correct. So what I'm getting from your side is like we have to go deeper. Like when the survival is taken care of, then the actually the true blossom happens in our life. Then we try to find something deeper within all of us, and that's what I also feel that known as ananda. Somewhere we feel because we have that happiness and that we generally see in the outer world through our senses, but somewhere we are not getting satisfied with those happiness. So, as you said about Swadharma, and I was again connected with Swabhava. Because it is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita as well. Like we should have Swadharma, all of us, but like self dharma is to realize itself what we are. And Swabhava is, as you said, because from life, we have so many samskaras. and we have certain qualities. Like I can be a musician, I can be a doctor, I can be an engineer, but we should judge that and accordingly we should go with that. Then no tension will be there in our life. But suddenly, because we see, we compare here and there, parents also do that with us sometimes. And then we want to be doctor, but I have that swabhava of some other thing. Then there will be total clash. I think you are saying the same thing. What I'm getting from what your side.
Exactly, exactly,
Yes.
exactly.
So, so it is more beautiful. Like somewhere I was reading, if a mango tree wants to be some other tree, then it can't also be a mango tree as well. So it to be a mango tree is also a good thing. Like mangoes are sweet in itself. So if we try to change, we don't understand our swabhava. So that is the problem. So to understand that, we also need to have that awareness. Is it we are knowing? We have to know by ourselves, or someone is going to tell us? Like how to know what our swabhava is? Like is it our self knowing? Somewhere we know within. Because it also took me a long to really know what I have to live in the life as well, because it doesn't come so easily to all of us. So how to know that? Is some self introspection, self analysis, or we have to go to someone to know that? Yeah,
So, how to know the truth? So, simply to
yeah.
say how to get access to the truth. Now, first
Mm,
thing is we should know if we have little wisdom, because all the experience what we got, definitely all those experience knowledge would have given some wisdom. We should see the limitation of things around us. Everything is limited.
mm,
And if I see the limited thing, I will not go behind one of those things and spend my whole life, which is not worth.
mm. True.
See, you can eat only as much if even if it is a buffet. You paid say 2,000 rupees or 3,000 rupees. You can only eat whatever you can eat. Similarly, if you earn something, you have to come to a position where at least mentally you get the satisfaction. Only this is what is okay. Otherwise, I'm going to leave everything and go. People may say, no, no, I am not earning for me. I'm earning for my children or something. This that they are going to throw everything out the moment the father goes. The generation is totally different, and they are going to
True.
spend everything and do whatever they want to do. So it is all like a reason, silly reason, putting the blame on them. It is my wish, my longing to earn money, nothing wrong in that. But if that is a longing towards limited thing, how the unlimited can come? First thing we should
Mm,
know is like we should know the this is all one of the guru's words. He says the doors can have, open only if you know I do not know.
mm.
From childhood onwards, everybody start teaching us, putting everything. This becomes like a dustbin. They want to put everything, and we become the people of other people's opinion, not my opinion, not my ideas.
Mm.
It is very little.
True. True.
So when I gather all these things, I think I know everything. We do not know. When we see, I will always say the simple example. If we take the whole existence of the universe, the visible part, the physical part is only 0.0001%.
Mm,
What is
mm.
there in remaining
We don't know.
99.999% is emptiness. Just
Something.
it is empty. And it is only fraction, very small is the creation. That means all the stars, all the galaxies, all the planets put together is just a dot. Now, in the dot, I am nowhere there. Even I know the dot completely, I cannot say I'm a big person.
Mm,
But that which is not in my perception is more. So the other dimension can reveal. I can understand truth only if I long. How the longing will come? Only if I gain little knowledge. How the knowledge will come? I should keep my mind open and pursue it. How that will come? Only if I know I do not know. What I know is little. What I do not know is so much.
too
If
much.
we know this, otherwise, if everyone start developing our own philosophy after college, when we get a job, we have our own philosophy. Why you're doing this? Why I'm doing this? Because of this is. Somebody should be like this. The job should be like this. The life should be like this. Why I'm creating my own philosophy? I want to justify my own action. I am nowhere ready to accept if I done a mistake. Okay, I did this mistake. I have wasted my time this 1 year, 2 year. I should not have done. I am not straight to myself. When I am not straight to
Mm,
myself, see, I cannot be straight to you, right?
true.
I cannot be open to you, but I can be straight to
True.
myself. Here I should
Mm,
accept whatever right is right, whatever wrong is wrong. If we have that straightforwardness, then I will know this I know, this I do not know. People say God in temple. I went to temple. There is no God. Let me accept inside. Now I am unable to see the God. But everybody says it. But instead of that, we either say there is no God, this is stone, or we end up saying, no, no, this is God. If this is God, have you experienced? We have to ask next question. No, that straightforwardness is not there. So when that is there, the search for truth will come. The search will come only if we cry, something tears us inside, then the search will come. Before that comes, if I am so comfortable with whatever the materialistic thing, now the search need not come. Maybe when I'm saturated, when I enjoy everything, that's the reason people after 60, 70, 80, they become so matured. That's why when you come to yoga, people will ask, why you are yoga now? You come after 60 or 70, after retirement. So
Correct.
when my body and mind become so useless, then I need to search for the highest. This is not right. When we are in prime, we should search for it. Then by grace, something may
Hmm.
happen. So the longingness will lead us to the truth.
So, like you are saying very beautifully, like all of us have the longing, but the thing is that we are fulfilling that longing with the something which is lower. We are not going to that highest because we want to be highest. And somewhere I was reading, because I read a lot, that we can't be satisfied with something which is lesser than us. We can only be satisfied with which is equal to us, what we are. If it's something lower than us, we can't be satisfied with that. So that is a very beautiful answer that you gave, that we have to nurture that longing within us. It's a nurturing because it doesn't happen in a day like children are nurtured from the childhood, the mother nurtures them. Slowly, a plant is nurtured them. So it is the same way that same longing should be nurtured from that physical to mental and then from mental to spiritual someday. Because first, because we are all human beings living this human life, so we have to take care of that also. So great to hear that. Now moving onward, uh, knowing you, I was seeing that you have done so many courses from different institutes. And when I got to know the institutes that they are really traditional institutes. Like if I see Bihar School of Yoga, if I ask anyone, like if I need to know or learn classical yoga, where should I go? They will say you go to Munger Bihar School of Yoga. That Swami Satyanand Saraswati ji is there. Yeah. And Krishnamacharya Yoga Mandiram, if I talk about that, and the school in which you are currently right now. So, what was your experience there? Like, what was the difference that there you are seeing? Because the philosophy is one, the truth is one, but how they are approaching that is maybe different. So, how was your experience, sir, if I ask about like when you went to these institutes and as a yoga teacher, because we have the desire to learn, so we try to explore other different paths. So, what was your take on that?
So it was actually accidental when I got into Krishnamacharya Yoga Mandiram. I never know which this is a traditional one, something is a non-traditional one. I just want to learn yoga. That
Hmm.
institute was close to my office, so somehow it got and went there. But the clear difference is the traditional, they always keep whatever their masters taught. It's a Guru Sishya Parampara. When something comes
Hmm.
from Guru Sishya Parampara, it will not fade that much, because now you say a lot of yoga studios, yoga centers, and the moment, no, I'm not saying to everyone, but many people, the moment we become yoga teacher, they want to introduce their own yoga. If everybody want to introduce their own yoga, then after some time there will not be the actual yoga. The word yoga will not be there, because now you can see people doing yoga in different form. I don't want to mention the name, and this is not there in the ancient text or any tradition. They are just introduced. No, no. When if I do that, I am getting so much no energy, so much benefit I am getting. That's okay. That's only side effect. But the intention for which yoga, the word yoga is there, that is not there. So in the traditional institute, I've seen like they have kept really whatever it has come from their masters, they are passing. In that way, I'm so fortunate. Like God has helped me to get into that. And both the institution where I studied Krishnamacharya Yoga Mandiram or Shiv Yoga Vidyalaya, both are a great tradition. And the information what you get, simple doing one asana, so much technicalities are involved, both theoretical side and practical side. See one asana, how much things are involved, and we cannot get
Can you
that.
just give us some example with that, like how you If any example you can give us, like you are saying technicality, anything in particular you can tell us.
No, somebody somebody is obese and he is coming. We want to make him to do Padahastasana. What to do? I know, private what they say, bro, they will do. Okay, raise your hands up and bend forward and touch the floor. He cannot touch the floor. Oh, he cannot touch the floor, but how to make him to do Padasasana? He will say, no, no, I can only touch my knee. Then as a teacher, a modern day teacher, no, they will say, no, 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 just put a lot of strain on yourself, put a lot of pressure, try to touch and go below. Now, we should say like, what is that we are doing? Now,
Hmm.
Stiram Sukham Asanam is not there.
Not
The
there.
body should be comfortable. This is one. Then how to integrate breathing? Breathe to it. Now, breath, we know, all of yoga teachers, we know, but I can see no, not many yoga teachers focus on the breath. Now they will say like what to follow what. First, my thinking should come, then the breath should come, then the action should come. If I want to raise my hand, first it should come to my mind, then my breath should start, then my hand movement should happen.
True.
Again, while ending, I started raising my hand. When to stop? First, my hand should stop, then my breath should stop, then my thinking should stop and go for the next moment. We can explain this a lot in everything because why it is mentioned is in asana, we can get pranayama, we can get dharana, pratyahara, dharana, everything. A simple asana we can do just with the music on, like in the gym. I can just switch on the
Hmm.
music and start doing. It becomes
True.
a normal exercise. But in the asana, if I keep my focus here, if I follow my breath,
Hmm.
I am getting pranayama here. Keeping ultimate focus, withdrawing from outside, I'm getting pratyahara, dharana. So all those things, I do not know how many institute or private people are teaching, but we can see in every tradition. I have gone
Yeah.
to only just one or two tradition. It is there in every tradition. So that way, the tradition was really helpful. And if somebody wants to gain real knowledge, the real essence of yoga, I request every one of them to go to a traditional institute because now it is offline, online. You can access. It is not possible 3 years back. You need to go there and study. Now you have online facility, and once you learn the traditional way, then you can read any book, any institute thing. Now you know what to take, what not to take. So this is my experience and my
Great.
request also to get into a traditional institute for anyone.
Wonderful. Can you tell us the name, like other any other school, like Bihar School of Munger is there? I think no. Krishnamacharya Yoga Mandiram. Anything other than that? Any other school?
The traditional schools,
Yeah, yeah.
the Yoga
Can you name
Institute
some?
is there in Mumbai, the
Okay.
Yoga Institute and Kaivalya Dama. And Swami Rama, I think the Himalayan Institute is there.
Himalayan Institute. True.
So then what? Yasvyasa
As we are currently, I am doing my MSc as
there,
well as from there.
right? And what else? Maybe I may miss something, but there are many traditional
Wonderful.
institutes.
As you are saying, same thing I got to know when I was studying BKS energy. He is also saying the same thing, like in an asana, you can do pranayama, you can do pratyahara, you can do dharana, dhyana in asana only. Like the more your awareness is getting deeply penetrated in yourself, in your body, inner consciousness, awareness, you can touch that. It's the same thing I was seeing there. In the same way, I was with my friend discussing, like, can you tell me something about how to apply Panchkosha in asana? He tell me beautifully. The same you were telling me. Like Ashish, you use your Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha as well as, and then you correct. If your teacher says touch your back, you apply your Vijnanamaya to correct your body through the energy with the help of your mind senses. So all the koshas are somewhere managed. That's why at the end of beautiful session which involve breathing, pranayama, stretching, alignment, we can see the change, something within a change. As you were saying in the starting, that something wants to long out, expansion wants to be there within us, and then we can also felt the same thing. I think you were saying the same thing at the different levels. That expansion, that's what yoga is about. That union or combined. What I feel, according to me. So that thing you were saying. So now coming to the central theme of this podcast, that is uh, getting into the mysteries of Patanjali Yoga Sutra, because it's really going to be tough for you as well as for me to like. go into the depth of Patanjali Yoga Sutra in the short podcast, but still we try to think or go deeper into that some points which are really confusion for so many people, for yoga teachers as well. So if I ask you, like, there is a confusion about like Maharishi Patanjali ji. So can you tell us a little about like who was Maharishi Patanjali ji, like any background of him that you may knowing from the our text, scriptural text or anywhere, like a short little about Patanjali ji, and then what the Patanjali Yoga Sutra say, because you are using one word actual yoga. I think these sutras are a light towards that actual yoga.
So, Patanjali, it's very difficult to narrate about Patanjali because we, as a oral tradition, we don't have any great written records. We have two, three version, which are in bits and pieces. There is no exactly to say about his life in total. And we also should know the moment we say like sage Vyasa, there is two kind of belief or Patanjali or any yogi, any master, whether this is the same person or two different persons. So the
True.
same thing comes to Patanjali also. So one set of people say it is same Patanjali because you can live thousands of years. They know the technique.
Hmm.
The other set of
Hmm.
people say they are this is not that Patanjali because in Tamil also we have one of the 18 Siddhas. We have Patanjali Muni, and they say like he belongs to Tamil. If that is the case, then no, we don't want to get into language, but it is written in Sanskrit sloka, the whatever sutras. So we don't know whether the same person or different person. So there are two, three version. One is like he is the reincarnation of Adishesha, on whom Lord Vishnu lies. So one day they say like Vishnu's weight was increasing, and Adishesha was unable to bear it. He was about to give up. Then slowly the weight got decreased, and Adishesha asked Lord Vishnu, "What happened?" Lord Vishnu said, "I'm just watching Lord Shiva's dance. When I watched Shiva's dance, like it was so wonderful that made this vibration to create this vibration. That is only you are feeling." Then Adishesha said, I also want to enjoy that. Then he said, the day will come, Lord Shiva will grace you so that you will go to earth and you will also enjoy it. So he was looking for the right mother, and there was a yogini in earth. She was praying, and he came in and as a snake form. Then he became as a full form. He took a full form, and he started spreading yoga. This is one version. So they say in later a story like he want to spread the truth, the yoga to people. So he invited 1,000 disciples. He collected 1,000 disciples. He said, "I will teach yoga, but the condition is you should not see me directly. I'll put a screen. You be there. Don't worry about what I'm doing here, and you just stay. I will teach." So they all sat. There was a screen. Beside the screen, Patanjali was there, and in front of that, 1,000 disciples were there. The condition is they should not come here. They should not move out. Also, you stay there. So when they start sitting, simply no, sir. It's perfect silence. Nothing the teacher was telling. Simply they are quiet and still, and the knowledge started downloading to their brain, the mind. They don't know how it is happening. One person in between, due to nature's call, he just went away. And when somebody moves, the group, when one person moves, the other person also wants to move. So one person came near the screen. He was so surprised how this knowledge is coming because my guru has not uttered even one word. He removed the screen. So they say like they are unable to bear the energy behind the screen, and all these people became ashes because they are burnt into ash. So that after that, Patanjali was feeling regretting this because this has happened. I told them they have not followed the instruction. Then suddenly, this one man gone for the nature's call. He came. He was so happy. At least this what you are there. So he taught him everything, but still he deviated. So he said, "You become, whatever Brahma Rakshas or Rakshas, whichever form. You take that form." Then he said, "Please give me the way out." Also, he said, he gave one question and gave the answer also. He said, "You ask this question, whomever answer this, then you can come out of whatever.
Hmm.
Your cycle will be over." So that Brahma Rakshas was waiting for a long time and nobody answered. Now Patanjali, after a long, long time, Patanjali was thinking, my disciple is suffering for a long time. So a guru, as a guru Patanjali, he took a human form again. He came and again he met him, he answered. So the story goes on like this. So they are available in bits and pieces. There is no clear thing. He started like this, he came like this, he written like this, all those things. So we are also not interested much because whatever be the Patanjali, it's one Patanjali or 10 Patanjali, we are interested in his work. That's a
True.
masterpiece. So
True.
nobody we bother about it, but this is what is available. Now the term you said yoga, the what is that word yoga is? People always think yoga means asana. That everyone knows. But
Hmm.
yoga is like when you ask somebody the define yoga, they will say union of Jivatma, Paramatma. No, I never seen
True.
Jivatma, I never seen Paramatma. How to understand? Somebody wants to come
Same.
join my yoga class. They say, "Why? What is yoga, sir? I want to learn." Till yesterday, I was going to gym. One of my friends said to go and learn yoga. If you give Jivatma, Paramatma, he will go run away. So no, people know, but they don't. They are unable to express as if so that it's appealing to people. One of the masters says there are only two reality in life. One is me and the other. Now, if I am
Hmm.
yoga means if I make you as part of me, if I start feeling you as part of me, then I can say I am in yoga. Now, here, for example, you and me are there. Because if I include you as part of me, then I will not do anything bad to you. Can I do anything bad to my little finger?
Not at all.
Nothing.
True.
You become part of me. Then I will do only wonderful things. So, who the
Hmm.
yogi is, a yogi has included the entire universe as part of him. When everything is part of him, he will be fantastic.
True.
He can only do good. Now the problem is our identity. If you go anywhere, like we have identity as a country, as a in language, even as a state or a place, as a gender, we have our own identity. The moment we take one identity, then I try to oppose the other. I say this is me, that is you. So when we come to yoga, we say it is universal. And when someone takes a universal identity and take the knowledge, this knowledge cannot be harmful to others. That's why in
True.
those days they say in Gurukula, a guru wants to impart knowledge. The first thing he will say is to try to give him the knowledge of Aham Brahmasmi. That
Hmm.
means
True.
you are universal. The
Correct.
moment
Correct.
I feel I am universal, I take this universal identity, then whatever knowledge, I will not use this to harm any being. But
Hmm.
now
Definitely.
you can see the modern science, we are not following those things, we are suffering.
Yeah. But I think science is also saying that if we see that beautiful equation equal to mc square, that is also saying the same thing. Every mass is that energy only. Like simply you light that deeper with a ghee and bati, that ghee is transforming into that light energy. And the light energy is giving you that healing vibration. So it is somewhere we see, I heard that or I feel the name and form, that is what creates the difference out of that. Name, because in this world there can be anything which doesn't have a name. Because a child born, after 6, 7 days, we give a name to that. Then when we call that, then that person gets attached to that. So you said one thing very beautifully, that identity. When we go to school, we get that identity card. My name is so, I am so and so school and so class, my branch is that. So generally, I think we go and interchange so many identities at various places at different times. But somewhere in that mid, what happens is we get a lose of that and we forget our true identity and we connect with something which is not the truth, which is something relative. That may be the problem, that we are having so many problems in our life. Somewhere we feel ourselves anxiety, depression, I'm so small, so weak and all. Can you
That
elaborate that identity? Because I feel like, I also feel like, as we have four ashrams like Brahmacharya ashram, Grahastha ashram, then Vanaprastha and Sannyas ashram. So that is what in the Brahmacharya is starting 25 years, they are giving you that identity of truly who you are, as you said, a true universal identity. Then either I can be a king and I can serve anywhere and then I will not harm anyone. But somewhere we are lacking this now, maybe.
Yeah. So this identity is always a problem, but identity is required to function in this world. Can I function without an identity? I
No.
cannot do, because if I have to perform anything, see, somebody may be a director in the company. The moment he comes home, he may be a father, he may be a son, he's a husband, so many things. He cannot carry his as a director identity in home. So he has to change it. We call this as personality. The identity is actually personality, who I am. So the wrong identity is the cause. Now, what is right identity, wrong identity? We'll come to this. Now, this is my body. This is my mind. No debate, everyone. This is my pen. This is my phone. This is my car. This is no problem. Because the moment I say this is my body, my mind, my car, I am saying I am different from all these things. I am somebody who is existing beyond these things. If I say instead of this is my car, this is me, that's a problem. I am not the car, but the car belongs to me. The car is there to serve me. Car is a vehicle. This body is also a vehicle. This body is here to serve me. Now we'll come to that who is me. But this is here to serve me. So I am not this body. Because this body is Annamaya Kosha, food body. I ate many years. I collected this body. I was so small, now I become so big. When I was small also, the so-called I was there. Now also the same I is there. So it doesn't matter, body is small or big, I am there. So this is a collection of food. What is this mind? No, this is me, This is collected, this acted as a garbage to the society. Everyone, starting from parents, everybody, they put it. Somebody with good intention, somebody with bad intention. It doesn't matter. This is also a collection. My ideas, my opinions, the knowledge, everything. No, I cannot believe this is me. If somebody says, we can erase your memory. We can, by modern science also, you can remove certain part of thing and we can make you memoryless. When somebody becomes memoryless, suddenly they become childlike. So even we erase the memory, you are there. So you are someone who is beyond body, beyond mind. It's like somebody is driving a car, a driver is there who is driving a car. So this is a vehicle, somebody is driving. So who is that? If I feel this is my body, I'm taking a wrong identity. Because this is not me, this is mine. If I see this is my mind, no, I am a PhD holder, I am a doctor, I am this, I am a rich person. You take any identity that's come from your mind, and this is also collection. I cannot say this is me. When I eat something, what is that I eat? When I eat something, till this throat, it is under my control. The moment I swallow it, who is doing all other things?
Correct.
There is enormous intelligence in our body, which is functioning automatically. It's a ultimate automated factory. Nobody can get a better factory than this. It takes the function on its own without my interference, because God knows very well, if He give this heart to us, to me, to function, I will forget to beat. So let me do all other work. He takes care of everything. In fact, up to throat, I can enjoy also. Enjoy the food. If it becomes shabby, it goes inside. Some other thing will take care, not my tongue. So this is what we'll say, like, this you can say like a kind of blissful experience. You enjoy the benefit, you put it, somebody will take care. Now, what is that is taking care? Every cell in our memory, in our body has memory, intelligence, everything, and everything is doing its own function. A cell in the kidney will not do a function by forgetting, mistakenly doing function of a lungs. That cell. Every cell in the organ is totally different. They do its own function and coordinating all the organs. There is some extraordinary intelligence which coordinate and does it. So that which is responsible for all these things can happen only because of something much higher presence. So we call
True.
that as soul, Purusha, Drashta. You say anything, because if that leaves the body, I still have all the organs in place, but still this doesn't function because that something has left. So we call that as me, because we can go like this goes again, comes to next birth. We keep on saying like this. So this body, I can leave it today. This Janma, I can collect other body next Janma. But that Jiva, that soul, remains same. So taking identity towards it, understanding I am this Atma or soul, it seems to be a good, that we don't say as ego, because identity we have ego, asmita. But if I say this is my body, then it is a wrong identification. That's the cause of the problem. I will think this is me as car. Somebody comes and scratch, little scratch, I feel the pain. So
True,
same thing
true.
happens. Somebody, if you argue against me, I feel pain because I feel this is me. My knowledge is right. So we keep on arguing. But if I get identified with my soul, that's the right identity, then no problem will happen. And this cannot happen just like that because none of us had experience of the soul. Though it is here,
Hmm.
we never experience. All the sadhana will take us. Whatever the yoga sadhana we do, it is to gain the right knowledge, the vidya, and remove avidya, the wrong knowledge. When that happens, slowly we'll get the experience. That is the ultimate objective and aim of a yogi.
Amazing, Balamurali sir. Like so many things you have said in that short way. I think this is somewhat not easy to digest for everyone because so many concepts you have said right now. You talked about that identity. You talked about that kleshas or that avidya. Like these are very hard words. Like not easy to understand for people. And basic thing is what I feel. It's somewhere like if we look at the Buddhism also, they too much focus on that meditation part, like how much we are aware when we are going through whatever we are doing. Like right now, I'm talking. Maybe possible that we enjoy this talking so much that I lost everything what I am actually right now. So maybe we have to be conscious of that during doing everything. That what is my true nature, and then with that state of awareness, with that state of stability, then I can engage with everything else. Yes. So now I want to know, like you said, about you use the word Bhagwan or Ishvara, because I think and I feel earlier also myself, we mistake that Ishvara or Bhagwan for that ideal somewhere. So Patanjali ji says something about that Ishvara in Patanjali Yoga Sutra, and what is our identity with that? Like you said, that intelligence will take care of that in a definitely way. So we need not to take care of that. So how we got to know what that Ishvara is, and is there any experience that you have with that thing? Can you elaborate something what Maharishi Patanjali says about Ishvara, like what it is? What is that nature of cosmic intelligence? And what is that impurities, like you say, avidya, klesha? What hides us from realizing that identity? Because everyone knows that. But somewhere, because of nature, maybe that prakriti, we forget that. Can you like enlighten something on that?
So the word Ishvara in Patanjali Yoga Sutra means God. And this is the problem with they had with Sankhya. Sankhya and Yoga, more or less like brothers and sisters. They both are common to each other. The one thing which is different, which I know because Sankhya I have not read enough, is the concept of God. Sankhya says there is no God. Yoga also says there are only two existing realities. One is Purusha, other is Prakriti. That means one is the soul, other is the creation. That means there is a creator, there is a creation. These are two entities, only two. But he introduced Ishvara in between. Even though he introduces the concept of God, he never said in any sutra, your aim is to go and reach God. He never said. None of the sutra says reaching God is ultimate. Now, in Yoga Sutra, God is also used as a tool. If you devote yourself, if you surrender yourself to God, then you can use that emotion, that energy in a different way. You liberate yourself. So, using God
Hmm.
is also for my liberation to attain self realization, to attain mukti, moksha, to that extent only. He never said, you do everything, one day you will get liberation and reach God. So, God is there, you just pray towards Him. He never said. So, in our culture also, it's like this, right? We only build temples. We build temples. We know it's a temple built by me, but we see through the idol the truth, the ultimate
The
God.
liberating.
Otherwise, we know this is all made of stone. Similarly,
Hmm.
he said like because if we say God, we all have emotion. At any point of time in this world, most of the population were believers of God. So one of the commentators says like this. He says, why not we use that for my growth? If I believe in God, whether it is there or not, we will see later. But since you have so much faith, you surrender yourself to that ultimate entity. When you
So
surrender, you have a kind of faith or strength where you can just walk. It's like holding my mother's hand and walking on a dark street. If I'm a kid, if you ask me to cross a dark street, I cannot cross. I fear. Maybe the ghost will be there, something will be there. But suppose mother's hand is there or a father's hand is there, I will say I can walk. It may be a stick, not the hand of my parent, but if I have the faith, somebody is with me, I can do wonderful things because my fear will go. Now, most of the thing which is stopping me in life is I'm unable to take one step extra because of fear. Now, why I took 12 years to leave the job after knowing
yes.
spirituality? Because stupid thing, because fear. Every one of us has fear. When we have the faith or devotion towards my God, whomever I believe, it may be my guru or God, then I can hold and cross the path. So to that extent, the word Ishvara is used, and it also explains who is Ishvara in next three sutras. After 23, 24, 25, 26, it is to show that Ishvara means God. He is giving qualities. By that quality, only God can have that quality. So here, Ishvara, the Ishvara Pranidhana or the concept of Ishvara is applicable to bhaktas, bhakti yoga. Somebody is in bhakti yoga, they don't need to do asana pranayama. You have seen the great devotees attaining God, they crossed all these things. They follow all yamas and niyamas. If you ask them to sit, they simply sit and get into meditation. Now, most of us has to do asana, pranayama because my body is not under my control. I have to do asana. My mind is not under my control. I need to do pranayama, pratyahara, dharana. For a devotee, he has dedicated his body and mind to him. He may be a devotee of Krishna, Rama, or Shiva. If you ask, I'm talking about real devotee. We are not seeing real devotees these days. They are on the belief system. That devotion is different. But
True,
devotee
true.
means he devoted his life itself. There is no
Right.
likes and dislikes for him. He lived for the God's will. When that happens, his mind is totally not him. It is only him. The God is there.
Hmm.
So for him, it's very easy to get into samadhi. They can simply sit because no rubbish in the mind, no kleshas, no impurity. Everything is filled by God. They simply sit and cross the barrier, get into samadhi.
So wonderful, like you said, very beautifully. Here you use the word samadhi. Like I think it's the aim of yoga that we go to cultivate that quality within our mind. So can you explain for like people like you and me who are not that much at higher level how they can understand that samadhi? Can that samadhi be experienced in general life experience also? Or for samadhi we need to go to some hill, cave, mountain, or in our homes we can practice that and enjoy that. I will just tell you one thing. Like there is one of my guru who is known as the Lahari Master, Sri Lahari Master. He's from Varanasi and like he also have a so much background. So he was a Grahastha yogi, Grahastha Kriya yogi. So it is said like people go to see him and he was at a place and went directly into the samadhi. So is that also possible for people like us in our experiences at a places at wherever we are, or we need to do something for that? But first of all, what is samadhi? Can you elaborate?
So samadhi is the climax of meditation. Dhyana. The climax of dhyana is samadhi. Dhyana means we'll come to dharan. There are three things: focusing our attention, then getting one with the focus of the object, then merging with the object. We say this dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. That means dharana, meditation, and samadhi. So dhyana, meditation. Now, first thing is, it is quite normal. If I want to focus on something, I will get a disturbance, right? I want to focus on my guru's image and I want to meditate. The moment I sit, I am getting the visualization, the image, what I want to have it. And in between, I'm getting a lot of disturbances. Now, this is called as dharana. That means I am able to focus in spite of the disturbances. But I know the disturbances are there. The object is also there. So we equate this to the flow of water. When I open the tap, the water flows with lot of disturbance. The air is there. This is dharana. Now dhyana means like flow of oil or honey. That means when I sit, I am there. My object of focus is there. Absolutely, there is no disturbance. That means I am not feeling any disturbance. Somebody may be talking and doing things other, but inside me, I have it's absolute silence and I am one with the object of focus. This is dhyana. In dhyana, the meditator know I am meditating and this is my object of meditation. Only this awareness will be there. All the rest he'll be detached. In samadhi, what is samadhi? Means I merge with this. Now I also will be absent. In dhyana, I am there. In samadhi, I will not be there. I will get merged with the object of my focus. It's like water mixing with the milk. I merge with the object. Now the question will come, what is this process? Suppose I'm showing this pen. Okay, I'm just not allowing you to see fully. Now this you can say dharana. You are focusing, but I am disturbing you. At the most, you can say this is a pen. Now,
Hmm.
I'm not disturbing you, I'm showing it to you. Now you can see, oh, this is the color, there is a black color is coming. Now there is something name written. In meditation, no disturbance. You can see this pen very clearly. Now you merge with this pen. You become the pen. Now all these three, what you are getting? You are getting the knowledge. In dharana, the knowledge is less. In dhyana, it's clear. You gain more. In samadhi, you will get complete and correct understanding of this object because you become this object. You will know what this material, where it when it was manufactured, what is the kind of the plastic they have used, what is the refill inside, what is the property of the ink, because you become the pen, you become everything in the pen. You will have complete understanding. So this is what samadhi is. Why every yogi want to get into samadhi is he wants to gain the existential experience, the knowledge. And that's how they found all the planets, the solar system. They mentioned the the alignment of stars. They did everything without any instrument, just getting into samadhi. Now we may ask a
True.
question: why I need to get into a samadhi? If I get into a samadhi, I start understanding every object around me. Without understanding the creation, I cannot understand the creator. If I
True.
don't know what is in front of me, how do I know what is who the person who made it? Suppose you are an
Correct.
artist, you put a lot of picture in a like a exhibition. I want to discuss with you without knowing your creation, your picture. Can I come and talk with you? There is nothing to talk. So I need to go and understand each and everything, then deeply. Then, if I come and meet you, I can ask you hundreds of questions. Similarly, I want to meet God. It's not a shortcut. You can't just, if you meet, what will you ask? Without knowing what is the creation, I cannot ask, I cannot understand Him. So, the samadhi, purpose of samadhi is getting into the creation, understand all the creation, then you naturally get a capability. You will get a natural pass. The pass is given, the entry ticket is given. Then you can meet the creator. That is the ultimate goal of every yogi.
Wonderful, sir. Wonderful. So what I'm saying is like I somewhere the like hindrance in that, like you said, in dharana that I doing concentration on something. In dhyana that you are coming near closer to that oneness is there, and samadhi that I is completely gone away. So maybe that I was illusion or not existing earlier. Somewhere we are hoping that I is there. We are too much focusing on I, but in samadhi we come to that real knowledge that what actually we are one with everything, something like that. Because somewhere that I also make us sad, happy most of the time. I am happy, I am sad. What if that I is the same intelligence somewhere like when that our awareness is going somewhere downwards to sense it, we become I. When it's going up, it is taking us to samadhi, something like that, maybe. And with what in the initial you said that longing is something we want to reach to that experience, but somewhere we are like misusing because we don't know. The thing is that you said ignorance. So where somewhere we because if I don't know, I want to fulfill it through some way, then I go to my lower. So is it so?
So this I, what we discussed here is this I is the wrong I. Whatever I think, the so-called I, maybe the mind. We need to cross all those things because in meditation they will say, if you have a rational mind, everybody has it. You have to cross the logic and rational mind to attain meditation. You cannot keep on
True.
thinking and do the meditation. You leave everything. Whatever you know,
Correct.
you just keep apart. Then only something can happen. Now, let's say like we are
Hmm.
watching a movie. Okay, when you go and watch a movie, and somebody watching is laughing just like anything, and the end, the climax was so touching, then he start crying. Now you tell me, this one person, other person Just he watched and he did not cry, he did not do anything. You tell me who enjoyed most? We'll say the other person. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because he just forget himself. That person who cried, can you cry when you are conscious? If you know I'm sitting in the theater, 100 people are inside me, besides me. Okay, I'm
Correct.
standing in the queue for buying a ticket. Can I cry? No, no. But you
Mm.
cried because you forget yourself when you watch a movie. Some climax is coming. You know you are in a theater. Just that moment before that scene, but that particular scene came, and that few moment you forget yourself. Then you start crying because when you forgot yourself, you become that. Otherwise, that me as a person holds me. You know, people when they become uh, uh, older and older, they start reducing their smile and reducing their emotion to let out because they always keep it serious because they may be occupying a higher
Mm.
position in a company, but that doesn't help to understand or experience life. So samadhi
Maybe
is
that.
that the
Yeah.
so-called I should vanish. The I
Yes.
is
Yes.
created by me, not by God. When I demolish what I created, I will become His creation.
Wonderful. So it's really great to see that so beautifully. We are like, that's about the mysteries. I somewhere we are confused with I, who is doing, who is suffering, and who is going through all experiences. So whenever the life comes, there's a way that we all suffer somewhere at some point of our life. The dukkha is there. Can something on the part of dukkha is mentioned in Patanjali Yoga Sutra, like how that dukkha comes in our life? Is it that ignorance that makes us go through dukkha? And what is the solution for coming out of the dukkha permanently? Permanently, because we do something, engage our mind in something for temporarily, we came out of that, but again tomorrow morning I feel the same thing again. So, what is the permanent way to come out of dukkha or suffering? Because you are telling me that, so maybe something on that. First of all, what is dukkha? Is it like at the level of body only, mind, energy, emotions? What dukkha? And is the animals also feel that dukkha, or is it only at human level? So, what is that dukkha, and how we can go beyond that?
So dukkha is suffering. Now, whatever you ask, this is the base of the Yoga Sutra. That's the screen behind which the first sutra start. The first sutra says Ata Yoga Anushasanam. Now, I will tell you about yoga on a simple term. Why they say now is it's like we always explain in a Guru Sishya dialogue. The Sishya comes and asks a Guru, Master, I tried everything in my life. I have everything. I tried everything. I have money. I enjoyed all the pleasures of the world, everything. But I'm unable to come out of my suffering. Can you give me a solution where I can come out of it permanently and happily live ever after? This is a just scene we create because what they say is if you feel you really want to come out of suffering and you tried all the available sources and if you gain wisdom, none of these things will solve my problem. That is the time to get into yoga, to read even scripture. If you feel buying one more home will solve my problem, if you feel no, 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 if I get a double promotion or if I start my business, all my problem will be solved. Or if you feel no, no, this is the girl I love, I like her very much, or this is the boy I love. If I get married, all my problem will solve. If these things aren't there in your mind, that is not the time for yoga because you are
Then
not
for
ready to download what the other dimension is. So dukkha will come only the wisdom to go come out of dukkha will come only if you experience all these things. Then the other dimension will reveal. Now, if I don't experience all these things, now my life will be to get more money, more pleasure, everything, because I'm not fulfill my desire. We may ask a question, then how long should I earn? We should see this Janma wise. Now, many of us at this age, whatever age we are, we have come into the yoga and we have taken this as our life. That means, do I not require money or any other thing? I need, but that is very small part. Yoga has occupied such a bigger part of my life. This has not come from the effort I put in this birth. This is there from many, many births. Maybe I enjoyed all the money in earlier births. I enjoyed all the pleasure in earlier births. I got saturated. I was thinking, like, I enjoyed all this pleasure, what I did. There is something life beyond. And I died in one birth like this. Now, this birth, what happened? I got fulfilled. So that will not pull me more. So similarly, it comes and finally we get here. So dukkha, two things. One is dukkha about what I am not getting. I'm not getting, I'm having dukkha. Other thing is, I have this, that is also dukkha. If something goes away from me, dukkha. So these two will happen for everyone, all the people. Every one of us have dukkha. They say like a yogi is also having dukkha. His dukkha is he has to get self-realization.
Oh
I
my.
am satisfied. If you give me, suppose I am a normal person, I am happy if you give me some 1 crore rupee or a house or something. If you give him Swarga also, he is not happy for a yogi.
Hmm.
You cannot, we always say this is like a kid crying for its father and mother. If a kid got lost in a
Hmm.
crowd, you cannot give a chocolate and make the kid silent. You cannot give a toy and make a kid silent. It will be silent for a few seconds. After that, it will ask for its father and mother. So a yogi is like this. A yogi wants a permanent solution to remove dukkha, and the permanent solution to remove dukkha is only self-realization. That is how every one of us travel. He is so sensitive and very goal oriented. So he is leaving everything and going towards his goal. And most of us are like invested ourselves in many areas. We want to become like him.
Wonderful, sir. Wonderful. And this conversation is going deeper and deeper. I don't know where it is going to lead. Like after one question, another is coming in my mind, and you are answering it so beautifully and with life examples. So now my next take is on something you said, dukkha we all have, and during that journey, you also felt in your when you were growing spiritually. Also, we felt so many pains and suffering at some point of time. Like those dark spaces come within a lifestyle that we feel, and somewhere at those times our energy will be lower, and then again we are looking for like earlier I was fine. Now I went and came to some problem. So in that thing, like Patanjali says something about the problems on the way to that yoga samadhi that we are leading to. What are the problems that come on the path of journey? Any obstacles that may come on the journey? Anything on that? And firstly, I want to know, like, do you feel any obstacles during your journey? And then you can support that answer with the Patanjali. What Patanjali is saying with that. Yeah, it's something
No,
personal. Maybe you want to share. Yeah,
no, very much. The obstacles are there.
yeah.
Let's say I have lot of obstacles. So maybe like people outside
Because
may see.
generally when people look at you smiling and going through life so beautifully, teaching and all, then they mistaken like sir is living a so great life, is amazing. But maybe because we are living that realistic life, having that body and mind, and body and mind are somewhere changing with that thing because we are nature only. So I was with someone, he was saying, be practical in your approach. You may have caught a disease, but why to be like you all the time want to be happy? At some point you can be happy, feel good. But at the level of body, maybe possible I have a knee pain, something like that. But it is not that knee pain should disturb your mind, disturb your inner consciousness. So is it for you or like how you maintain that? Like whenever such obstacles came, how you take yourself again to that same level that you want to try for?
See, the obstacles are there for everyone. No one can say I don't have any obstacle. Then I become the ultimate yogi. Um, it is there. How to come out of it? See, today, the past 2 days, I got really a kind of viral fever and very throat infection. I'm unable to talk for 2 days. Now, this is an obstruction for my sadhana and also to work. Now, we should get into come to terms with the nature. This is what will happen. I should not have my own expectation dictate nature. It is a nature. When you have a body, you get fever or anything, and when you have a mind, you get all the suffering, everything. Now, the obstructions is clearly mentioned in Yoga Sutra. It says 9 obstacles. And how
Okay.
to find 9 obstacles? He is giving 4 symptoms. If you have these 4 symptoms, then you have all the 9 obstacles. So we'll not get into that. So whatever obstacles we have, we know what is the symptom and how to come out of it. Now, first thing is acceptance. Now we should first accept what is around us, what is inside me. Now I'm wearing a white shirt. Now there is a lot of dust, for example. Some dirt is there. If I don't accept, no, there is no dirt. It's perfectly fine. You are saying, no, no, there is dirt, I can see. I say, no, no, no. How you can say? This is my shirt, there is no dirt. Now I am not having any possibility to clean this because I am not at all accepting it. First thing is I should see if something is there, yes, it is there. If I accept the problem, then only I can find a solution. If I deny the problem, I can go on cheating, cheating not the other, cheating myself. I can live in my illusion. End of the day, I will go without doing anything. So obstacles are there, very difficult to overcome. But the moment we understand the obstacle, it's like they say, when you understand a question, half problem solved. When you understand what problem is, your half problem is solved. If you are not understanding your problem, you can never get a solution. So first thing is accept it. When you accept it, then the next thing is how to come out of it. Now I know there is a problem. How to come out of it? You have a very good sutra mentioning Pratipaksha Bhavan. So, well, non-technically it says how to come out of all your negative things from layman's
Hmm.
point of view. Like let's say I am into coffee. I'm drinking 10 times coffee every day. Now somebody, my doctor said it affect your heart, and so you have to leave your habit. How to come out of it? Now Pratipaksha Bhavana means it says do opposite to this. What you do opposite of that. So it's not a literal meaning. What we should do is, if I'm taking a coffee, if that is my obstacle, we are seeing this as one of the obstacle. Okay, the question is about obstacle. I should first see, accept, yes, I am drinking 10 times a day, which is not good for my health. This is the first thing. Now, drinking one time is good, the question will come. No, that is also
Hmm.
not good. People may
Hmm.
say taking one time is not a problem because this body accepts. One time
Yes.
it will not create. That doesn't mean
Hmm.
this is good. It's, for example, there is a petrol car. Can I put kerosene? It's very
No.
cheaper. Can I put water? No, no, no. One day I'll put water. Tomorrow I will put petrol. Only one day today I'll put water. It will get spoiled because that machine
Correct.
is manufactured by humans. It will not. It is not that good. This is by God. Whatever we misuse it, it will withstand. But one day it gives a problem. So doing one-time coffee is also not good. I should come terms with this first. Now, how to come out of it? Tomorrow onwards, I will not take coffee. If you do like this, you are suppressing yourself. One day it will burst out. First I should do is I am accepting, I want to come out. The moment I take next cup coffee in my hand, I should think this is not good for me. This is going to break my heart, not good for my heart. So I need to avoid it. I should start taking. The more I do this every day, I create aversion in my mind slowly. That's what all the advertisement is doing, right? Every day when we open a
Hmm.
TV, go other place, everywhere advertisement. They are making ambience in such a way they want me to buy their product, create beautiful things, beautiful emotion, sweet emotion, my celebrity, everybody is coming, they are making me to accept it. So what I am doing in Pratipaksha Bhavanam, I am using the same technique, I am making my mind to reject it. How to reject it? Only you see the truth. The moment you start drinking coffee, don't reduce your 10 cup. You continue 10 cup. But every time before the first, every cup of coffee, spend 1 minute and say, this is not good for me. You see the consequences. When I continue this, my consequence is different. I'm going to weaken my heart. When you say this for continue for little more time, slowly 10 will become 9, 9 will become 8, it becomes 0, and the craving also will not be there. The craving will reduce slowly based on the intensity what we have. So this is how we can come out of obstacle. Otherwise, the obstacle, if you face, if you stand face to face with the obstacle, start fighting, you can never come out of it. We need to
Never.
accept it and try to find a way, reprogramming. Yoga itself will say it is reprogramming ourselves. It is left
Correct.
unprogrammed for all the animals creature. God has written a fixed program. Here we are left unprogrammed for the most of the part. Now I am the God. I can write and reprogram it. By doing that, we can come out of obstacles.
Wonderful. So first thing is we have to accept, and then we have to think about it, and then do Pratipaksh Bhavana. As said, think in opposite way. If thinking negative will not solve our problem. So we have to start thinking positively. Like we have to go other way around so as to cancel the both effects. Maybe their things are. So that habit, whenever comes, I came to know the one word that is samskaras, vasanas, and these play definitely a role in all of life. Like you and me, we have a vasanas of that spirituality, that yoga, and people are having other vasanas. So how these vasanas are like created and how they pull our lives in a different direction. Can we change these vasanas? Because I met so many people. They tell me, Ashish, yeah, I leave my bad habit for some years, for some decades, but after that time, when again get the same company, those things start coming back again. What to do for them, like for people who are doing really seriously in the spirituality also, somewhere those vasanas are coming, pulling them back in the same direction from they came back. So anything on that, like how to like, because it's very easy to like point me for you like Balmoli sir, you are not doing this correctly. But for me to correct myself, it is really a hard task. So anything on that, like how can I change my vasanas, my sanskaras, or they really help me out, or they are having that negative effect? Anything, please enlighten us.
If I am not conscious, if I am not aware, everything will pull me. First, we should understand this karma, vasana, samskara. So, to put in a one line, this means conditioning, or this means habit. On a simple word, it is habit. Now, none of the habit is good for us, either good habit or bad habit, because the moment the word habit means you are not taking a conscious choice. Something is pulling you. It's good or bad, we'll discuss later. Something a habit means you are going behind it without any choice. So first we should know this. Now, how the habit was created? Some not anybody did it to you. I did to myself. I casually start doing few things that became habit later. Like people developing no smoking habit in the school or college. After that they get addicted. Who started it?
True,
They only started. They started
true.
casually. That the karma. Karma means action. One or two times action became samskara. The habit. The samskara habit became vasana. Vasana means once you have a habit, it will pull you in certain direction, and you will go in that direction unconsciously. That means you get addicted to it. So I need to change the habit. All the yoga sadhana, what we are doing, whichever yoga we do, is to change the samskaras habit only. Simple thing is we are doing asana. Let's forget all those things. Only asana. In that asana, what we are doing is we are going to change the habit of the body. Initially, I used to
Hmm.
get up at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. No, you get up at 5 o'clock. The first habit break. After 5, you will be sleepy. We will not allow you. Do Surya Namaskar. Surya Namaskar, very difficult, we'll say, because you bend the body in all direction. Now you are programming your body, reprogramming it. The body is not used to all these kind of twist and all those things, forward, backward bending. You are creating a new samskara, new habit, so that your old habits are broken. So by this, we can change or reprogram ourselves. This is by body wise. Similarly, by mind wise. If you will check like this. Next 3 days, let whomever wants to experiment, let them watch every day minimum 2 or 3 movies. Okay, 3 days.
Hmm.
So 6, 7 movies at least. At least you see where your mind goes. Or next 3 days, listen to the satsang, any guru satsang of your choice. See where your mind on the fourth day goes. This is what the mind is getting conditioned. This we call as samskara vasana. If I keep my mind as trash or a dustbin, I can only invite mosquitoes, house flies, and other things. If I keep my mind as a garden, I will invite butterflies, birds, and other things. It is not like something is happening to me, somebody is doing, because I kept my mind like this. I can only attract those kind of people to me. Many people will say, no, no, something happens always. Wherever I go, people always misuse me, or people take advantage of me. I'm only getting only that person who ditches me, because you kept yourself like this. So we should not worry about those things. Let me start changing my trash to a flower, or to a kind of garden. Then nothing to worry. Only that thing will come here. Other things will not come. So this samskara habit has to be reprogrammed. Erase the old program, do the new program. That is what all the yoga sadhana does. So all the
Beautiful, sir.
practices and the sadhana and the asana, pranayama, everything takes in that direction.
Wonderful. You said very beautifully, like we have to be conscious with which whatever we are doing. And then slowly with the practices like Ashtanga Yoga as mentioned in Patanjali Yoga Sutra, like Yam Niyam, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, these are the techniques, I think, to reprogram our chitta or the consciousness. So that again we become, as you said so beautifully, that everyone can understand. Like take care of the garden you are. If you make the good garden, that butterflies, that bees are going to come and sit and make you feel. So, like, I hope like you are also feeling good. Like we are discussing that and enjoying this thing. Now we will little bit talk about the karma because we all are living in this physical material world, and we do most of the time the karma. And somewhere we don't know like how that karma happens. What is the fundamental in that karma? Like actions, we all like right now we are also doing the karma. It's at some level, at the body, mind, energy level. So like, is the karma binding to you? Is the we say like if suppose someone is suffering, generally people say, this person has done something wrong in the past, so that's why he's suffering. So I feel myself this is not a good way to handle the karma. Like he did the wrong, but now you are doing in the present the wrong thinking. You think let it be die at its place. So maybe he did it wrong, but for me, what should be the action? And these karma are these are binding. Like going for spirituality, yoga is also a one way karma. Like it is going to free us. So like what that how to understand that karma in Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says like it's hard to understand that karma for the yogis and the for peoples also. So can you like share some your real life experience with karma? Anything like what Patanjali Yoga Sutra Maharishi Patanjali says like what karma are types of karma like how to be from karma here.
The first thing is
Because I
karma
feel
is,
everything is going with karma only. Like our body,
yeah.
mind, I'm talking to you, everything. Like karma is our base, the ground. And somewhere we are talking like to be free from karma. So is it still going to happen? Like how to be with that?
The first thing is we always say karma means people say, this is because of my karma I'm here. Or this is, I'm in this phase of life because the karma. No, karma we should understand is not the punishment. Karma is the consequence of my past actions. The action I can do through my body, through my mind, in any way I can do, the consequence comes. That is what is karma is. Karma is not to punish. Karma is a consequence. Because we should be have that much consciousness. If I do something today, tomorrow, the effect will be there. The cause and effect. Without cause, effect cannot come. So karma means my creation. If I get a bad consequence, I suffer. If suppose if I get a disease and people say, or I may think this is my karma, correct? Because yesterday I took ice cream, today I'm getting a fever. That is my karma. Whose karma? Who took ice cream? I only took ice cream. So what should I do in future? Do right karma. Maybe you take fruit juice or fruit or something. When you feel ice cream is not good to you, especially in winter, don't take it. Maybe summer you take it. So you're doing a conscious action which benefits you, not suffer you. Now you see, suppose if you avoid ice cream, you will not get cold. You may ask, when I never took ice cream or anything, but still I'm getting cold. Now in this world, I am not only living, everybody is there. Collective karma is also there. I need to be the consequence for that also will come to me. That is only minor part will leave. So this is what karma is. Now, when karma is in my hand, I can create my future. So simply say like, your karma, this janma, you have to suffer means, we'll take a small analogy. There's a speed breaker in the road. I'm just riding. The speed breaker is the fate. It has to come. I need to drive on the road. It is a fate. That is my karma waiting for me. Okay. Now I'm just talking over the phone or enjoying the scenery, going in 100 kilometers per hour. When I cross the speed breaker, suddenly I feel I am in heaven. Then camera will be off, right? Something like that. I don't know what happened next moment. Now people say this is your fate. See, nobody can stop. In yoga, we never believe in fate. Let it come, whatever it
Hmm.
wants. I will keep my eyes open. Now, if I am in yoga, same thing. There is a speed breaker. I am driving. First, I will sensibly drive. Whether 100 kilometers is right? No. 40, 50, 60, I follow. Even though I follow, I put helmet. I am aware about what is in front of me, living consciously. What is there in front of me, not unconsciously. The moment I see a speed breaker, I will reduce my speed, put a brake, and cross it. Now, the speed breaker cannot be removed. This is my fate. But whether I'm falling out of speed breaker, I'm breaking my back, or I'm enjoying the drive is decided by me. So if I am live in awareness, I can overcome my negative karma. If I am not living in awareness, not even a speed breaker, anything can pull me. I can get accident anywhere. So this is we need to understand. So this we can create. That's why we say in asana also, you focus on your breath, just remember the step, be here, don't go somewhere. All these things is to create that awareness, to create that karma. So in normally we say like we cannot remove any karma. Let's say my karma is like some negative things happen in my life. Can I remove it? In the mind, one of the masters says there is no subtraction or division. That means you cannot take anything away or you cannot reduce. There is only addition and multiplication. The moment you put
Hmm.
something in the mind, you cannot take that out. Is that true?
True.
Now, how to remove the past karma then? It is like I need to put more good things so that the bad thing becomes so small. Now, in my homes, for
Hmm.
example, I have 1 kg of trash in my hall. Something is there which is smelling bad. Now, I'm putting a condition. You should not remove that, but you should make the hall very pleasant. Is there any solution?
Hmm.
That like same thing like this. So what I'm saying is, you put 100 kg flour on it. If you put
Hmm.
100 kg jasmine flour on the whatever the trash is there, now nobody can smell that
Hmm.
what is there in the trash, but only the fragrance will be there. This is what we say
Correct.
good karma. When we say
Hmm.
yoga is a good karma, the more you start doing, putting good karma, your bad things will become ineffective. It will be there,
Hmm.
but the influence on you will not be there. You can lead your life.
Wonderfully, you said like yoga is also a karma, but it is taking you to your upliftment, taking you to a higher level of awareness, higher level of consciousness. So it is going great way, and everything has to end at some time. So, but still, we have some last questions for you, and my next take will be on like if we look at the last padas of Patanjali Yoga Sutra, those are like Vibhuti Pada and Kevalya Padas. Like whatever we do in our life, it is somewhere for getting something out of that. And I feel like Maharishi Patanjali also wants us that don't get caught up in the vibhutis. Don't get caught up in the vibhutis. Vibhutis are like a way that you are on the correct path. So these vibhutis, like what are those vibhutis? And in some way, like they are really practical, meaningful to us. And finally, what they are leading to Kevalya Pada. Like we have understood what samadhi is, and now we are going to Kevalya finally. So now the journey begins from somewhere that's ignorance, avidya, and now we are talking about the Kevalya or and Vibhuti Pada. So can you tell us some points related with that, like how to sum up with all those points here? Kevalya and then there's one point also known as Ritambra Pragya. It's also my personal question. I want to understand what is that Ritambra Pragya? Like something manifesting from within, as you said in the beginning also, that intelligence that takes care of all of us. So please something on that.
So Vibhuti Pada, Vibhuti means powers. Because the moment we start practicing any yoga technique, naturally I will gain lot of powers. For example, if I practice asana, what the power I will get? I will get the flexibility and strength in my body. My immune system goes up. These are all powers, right? The power at a gross level. I may
True,
function better in the society by practicing asana.
true.
So if you practice any yoga technique, you will get powers. When you practice samadhi, the higher, the Ashtanga yoga, the final anga, you gain special powers, which is not even imaginable. So you get a lot of power, like you can fly from here to there, you can walk on water, you can disappear and appear somewhere, many, many siddhis. So these
True.
are called vibhutis, siddhis, powers you can get. And this is naturally will come because I am just piercing my limitation and going on the way to reach God. These are like gift from the nature. You crossed, you qualified for it, take this gift. So nature keep on offering me gifts. Now the trap is whether you are utilizing that power for your journey or you want to gain more money and enjoy this world. Suppose I
Hmm.
can fly, for example. I can use that siddhi and show to people and collect a lot of money. I can make people to gather lakhs and lakhs of people. I can start flying and go near them and say, they will wonder, they'll give me 1,000 rupees or whatever money I can enjoy. If I do like this, I will fall down, not from that height. Still, the siddhi will be there, but my progression will be stopped because God thinks I gave you a sacred gift of heaven itself. You are interested in little money, and He say like He will cut it. That means He will not intentionally do. The nature will come to a conclusion. You are not qualified person. You start misusing it. See, somebody is coming with a lung cancer. Okay, now I have lot of siddhis. Now what I am doing out of my compassion, Within few minutes, I'm removing his cancer. I'm doing good thing, right? I'm not doing anything bad. Now, what is the problem is the same person, he was smoking every day 1 packet cigarette. Now he will go happily start smoking 2 packets of cigarette because he is having my address. He
Correct.
thinks I smoke 1 packet. Now I let me smoke 2 packets. I know this
Hmm.
person, he will remove. This is what the so-called compassion will end up. So I should not use my power. So what for them
Hmm.
powers are given? The powers are given to explore the prakriti, the creation. I, as a yogi, I can use this power and explore everything, gain that wisdom, knowledge, so that I will make myself ready to visit God.
Hmm.
For that I can
Hmm.
do, not to show to other people. I can go to the sun, I can go to the moon, I can do anything, but not to show others to gain wisdom. When I do this, the Kaivalya will happen. That means a stage will
Hmm.
come, you will know everything, you will not be interested in anything further. We say that is Dharma Mega Samadhi. That's the final Samadhi comes in Kaivalya Pada. When a yogi reaches that state, he will think, why I need God? What for I am doing all these things? Mukti? I don't want any mukti. I don't want moksha. I am simply be like this only. Whether you put me hell or heaven, I am like this. Because you know why? He has become God. When you become God, who is the other God you need to go and search? So when
True.
that happens, that is the actual paravairagyam, then only the kaivalyam happens. The self transformation happens and the realization happens and all. So that comes in kaivalyam. What is the other thing you asked?
Wonderful.
Something?
Yeah, same thing that I was asking. And you said very beautifully that I that was there in the beginning, now while going backwards to the journey of Kevala, that I vanishes and then we again come to our true nature from here. Yeah, it's something like a sea is there, waves are forming and they are going at the shore, separating from the true sea, and then after some time they are going back and merging into the sea. It's something like that. They are going back to the existence, still our existence is there, and because the I is not there to ask like I'm happy or I'm peaceful, as you're saying, because I is somewhere lost in that, because we have been, like as you said, yoga is all about the union with everything that we are in the beginning, so simply you said. So it is the same thing that Kevalya can only satisfy us, because right now we are also doing Kevalya but at very like transaction at a small level. Like Kevalya is there, like I'm connecting with you, it's also making me like expanded. You are sitting at your place. I'm at my place. But somewhere this can also make me like I want to know more. So what can fulfill it is like my true nature. Is that only somewhere I forget or I lost that in the journey, and now I am again retracing back.
Yeah, we can have many versions. One thing is yoga is union and yoga is separation also. In Yoga Sutra, one of the commentator says it's a beautiful way because union is the in a most acceptable way. What is separation is this Purusha has to separate itself from Prakriti. That means this soul has to separate itself from the creation. That is called yoga. Once it get creation, that is
Hmm.
what we say kaivalyam. And people say, I am dying. That time it is separating. It is separating,
So
but
sorry
not.
for interruption. Sir. In that place, like, can you elaborate that Purusha and Prakriti? Like, people don't misunderstand that male and female. I want you to short little elaboration on what is that Purusha and Prakriti, because Sankhya philosophy is totally based on these two principles. So little bit and try to connect with the Sankhya if you can. Yeah.
So Purusha is the soul. For a normal gross level, Purusha means the soul or Atma. Prakriti is except Atma, everything is Prakriti. My mind is Prakriti, the world is Prakriti, everyone is Prakriti. For this, Purusha. So Purusha means soul or a creator. Prakriti means creation. All the creation are Prakriti. Now the problem is, I get identified with this creation always. When I die also, I'm leaving this gross body, still I am, this soul moves to the subtler body and gets birth again, another place. So actually the soul is not completely free from the so-called Prakriti. So when we say the Kaivalyam, the self-realization, the soul consciously leaves all the Prakriti, the creation, and liberate itself. When it liberates, we call this as Kaivalyam. So this can happen only by, we say, Viveka Kyati. That means ultimate discriminative knowledge. That means complete knowledge about what is Atma, what is creation, what is the difference, what is that happening. getting complete clarity and knowledge of everything in the universe, including the creator. When we get all the complete knowledge, then naturally I will leave everything and consciously move out of the body. Death means unconsciously I do. Suddenly heart attack comes, I die. So this
True,
is
true.
consciously, I leave my body and go, attain Kaivalya. We say that is complete
Wonderful,
liberation
sir.
because when that happens, no coming back. I will not come back
Yeah,
here again. My purpose is finished.
yes. Very beautiful. Like this is my personal question. Like I think about it for a long time. Like generally we are living a human physical life in this three-dimensional world. So we generally think in terms of time and space. Like if you know about Stephen Hawking, he has a very beautiful theory of relativity. Like time and space, that experience is relative. So the experience that of spirituality, that oneness we are talking, is still time-space experience, or it is the experience in our inner world. Like generally people mistake it for, like as you're saying, we will go and meet the God. So they will mistake it for like we are taking a journey to Himalaya. So they are going there. So generally in yoga also we try to go outside somewhere. So maybe it is somewhere inner journey in the inner worlds, that subtle, shukshma, causal worlds. That is maybe the point. Because what I feel myself is time is also relative. Somewhere like you want to go to some place and you are getting late. That time you will feel how it's going so faster. Somewhere suppose you have to wait for someone, and now you will think like time is not passing by at all. So time is a consequence of the vrittis or the thoughts of a mind, like with what pace they are moving, or for a yogi because he's having chitta vritti nirodha, no vritti, so no time. Is it that way? So can you like connect it with that? Like how to connect with it? Is it internal experience of that samadhi, that oneness? Because people generally like understand that. Like they are talking about God, someone sitting in the some cave and we want to reach there. Or is it something like experiential?
Time is, like you said, it is relative, very relative. When we talk to someone whom we like, we don't know how the time moves. It's 1 or 2 hours,
True.
just like that, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. When we talk
Same,
to
I'm having
someone,
experience with you as well. Like 2 hours has already passed and I'm feeling like, let's see what, yeah, true.
someone whom we cannot accept or it is not interesting, we may feel like 1 hour seems to be like 10 hours. So it is
Correct.
very subjective for time. And in Yoga Sutra, one of the vibhutis, it says like a yogi gets the access to control time and space. He goes beyond time and space.
Hmm.
So how and all, it is not there. I think these are all experiential things. We cannot say like how, because the logical mind, we have access to only very, very small. It can only inspire.
True,
Because like
true.
you said, it is completely experiential in nature. None of the experiences can be transferred to words. Even a normal, we always say like when you have a sweet, I never ate that sweet. You suppose you ate gulab jamun, I never ate it. Can you
Hmm.
explain me how it tastes? You can never explain. You can still say
Not
it is sweet, it is good, it is very soft, it is juicy. I understand. If I know only rasagulla, it suits me. Same. I think it is rasagulla. So none of your experience, not only this, you take any experience in anybody's life, cannot be put in words. Similarly, there are many concepts in any text, in Yoga Sutra also. It is not explained that it is there, it may be there, but we cannot access it unless until we experience that stage. So the vibhuti also, we say you can fly. Can logically we can say somebody can fly. We'll say this is wrong. It is not wrong. I need to follow the steps. If I do those practices, I may give it. But there is in Sutra, it says you can bend the time and space. That's the reason these people live thousands of years also. You can get into every shana. The shana is the lowest unit of time we mentioned. Every shana you can go, you can expand and dwell inside. You can make one
true,
second as 1 year also, or
true.
1,000 years as like 1 second also. If you ask how, maybe like we need to see fictional movies, science
Yeah,
fiction movies,
definitely.
we may imagine,
Yeah.
but technically we
Hmm.
cannot say. But we know time is very relative, that we know. And every most important thing is we should know time is very valuable. We cannot earn that back. People always say
True.
today, I have a holiday. I enjoyed it. For 3, 4 hours passed just like that. We should be conscious and see this 3, 4 hours is really useful to me. Have I spent? Because the 2 hours, 3 hours, when the moment we say hours, it seems to be easy. We should say, this is my life. 2 hours of my life has gone. Am I willing to spend
Hmm.
that? The same thing what I spent, am I willing to do that for my 2 hours? Is that okay? If it is okay, let's do it. But if I say
true,
no, no,
true.
this is wasting of my time, that means every second it is like tick tick tick, it is moving. It is my life moving. If we see
Correct.
that, we will become really sensible in making use of time, and we'll do whatever is important to me, not the 10th number in the list. If I have my list priority list, I will always stick to one, two, three. So whichever
True.
it be, we're not talking about spirituality. Somebody wants to be in business, he need to spend that time in the business, not wasting.
Hmm.
So this is what I know about time. So nothing else to
Wonderful, sir.
other scripts.
Wonderful, wonderful. And it is really getting amazing with everything that you're saying. Now, finally, I will ask you anything like you want to give your final take on. Like, if I miss anything you want to tell about Patanjali Yoga Sutra, anything like closing points that you want to tell us, like for viewers that they can utilize in their life. Final points on Patanjali Yoga Sutra, like anything I missed, you want to share it with, you can go.
Nothing I have. Only thing is we need to keep the mind open, and we know we are all a very very small part of creation. Tomorrow our
Hmm.
galaxy. So I want to make everybody will be knowing. So billions of stars combine to form one galaxy. We are in one star, in one planet. Billions of stars combine to form one galaxy. There are billions and billions of galaxies. Tomorrow, even our own galaxy where we are, if it vanishes, nothing is going to happen in the universe. The universe will be perfectly fine because our galaxy is not even a dust, our galaxy itself. So what we should explore is we are nothing in front of it, and we should keep the mind open to explore other dimensions. Let's not stick to one page of a book, right? I have a book. This one page is very nice. Can I stick to that page?
True, true,
Then the time
true.
will be over.
I will
I have
explore
certain
the
amount
other,
of
yeah.
time, maybe like 2 3 hours. Somebody gave me the book. Let me try to read everything.
True,
If I
true.
stick to one page, I'll be the loser. So when we keep that openness and longing to know, then everything will happen based on what we did, what we are doing, and the nature law is there to nature will take care of other things. But openness and longing will help us.
Very beautiful, amazing, sir. And coming to the final, I want to ask you like it's a very simple question. Like we talked about time, we talked about how important it is. So it is something personal. Do you ever think about that? Because it is
About
somebody are taking us. Have you think ever about that
that's the
we all
first.
are
No,
connected?
I
Yeah.
think about every day at least 3 4 times minimum,
Oh my God.
because this is actually one point stuck with me. Is that's why I thought about time sticking. I used to say
Hmm.
this example whenever I get a chance because that's the value of life. In India, we know the
Hmm.
reality. In India, we know this is not the only birth. And I'm going to come here again. This is a very, I must say, very evolved people lived here. This whole, the culture of India is the moment you know you are going to come back, you will keep this place clean. Is
True.
that true? I will not going to come back. There is no next birth. If I have that kind of belief, I will make this place as shabby as possible because I'm not going to come back.
Hmm.
So here we believe we are going to come back. But I am
Hmm.
going to come back here for next million times. Suppose that is
Hmm.
the truth. Then I should work on this today. I'm not interested because now itself life seems to be all good, fine. Everything is fine. But seems to be some limited, right? Seems to be like I'm in a prison. Though you offer everything, though somebody be put in a 5 star, 7 star hotel, how long you want to enjoy? There is some kind of saturation point will come. Remembrance of death will help us to utilize the time what we live, because death is like if you accept death, you get that maturity. When we mature enough, we should get that point to accept that, because whether I like it or not, whether I accept it or not, one thing for sure is going to happen is death. Nobody can change it. So what I can do before that, let us do it wisely, whichever brings well-being to me and others. So
True.
I frequently get this word. I'm so happy about it because one seed has gone inside to remember this every day.
Yeah, and I felt the same thing when I visited a place known as Kashi, the Varanasi. I really like the vibes of that energy, that place, or the energy of that place. And I feel amazing that how people are enjoying the death there. They are so happy with that. Like, suppose this is the moment because it is generally thought that if you die in Kashi, you will be free. You will have that moksha. You will have that mukti, liberation. So see that that can also be a beautiful way if you are getting something good out of that. And what I feel like that is happening every moment. It is like change is happening. Wherever the change is, wherever the tap is. Like I understand it very simply. Like suppose a train has to come to Delhi from like Chennai. So like suppose it takes 2 3 days to come. So it will begin 2 3 days before that. And I am sitting at the Delhi waiting for train 2 days after that. And I am thinking the train is coming that now. But that is already moving on, moving continuously coming to that. So it is really make us realize who we are. And I was seeing the one documentary I think you see of Steve Jobs. He was also saying very beautifully because when you think about your dad, then you can take wise decisions in your life. Then you know the importance of life. Yeah. Now summing up, what I will finally ask you, any persons you want to tell me, like who really change your life, change your the way you are, the thinking right now. Any person you want to take the name or tell us a little bit about them. Any role model that you have in your life that is really like making you live a purposeful life. And what is the purpose of your life and goal with which you are living right now? This is the final take on
So goal purpose, actually, there is no purpose. Only purpose is uh, no, do
that.
happily the right thing.
Yeah,
Because the right, when we
true.
say in yoga, it is not right as per you, as per me. There is only one truth.
Yeah.
When we walk in the path of truth, there is only one. We may have a different version.
Hmm.
So walking on that path,
Hmm.
and as everybody says, yes, about mukti moksha. Though we do not know, I do not know anything about what is mukti moksha. Though we are studying in text, but we say like three types of knowledge we can gain. One is through agama. Agama means through established facts from scriptures. That means, like God, we say, God, I cannot see, I cannot infer. We say pratyaksha, anumana, agama. Three ways to see the truth. Pratyaksha means using my senses. Can I see God? I cannot see God. Through inference, through some consequence, through some result. Is there any indication that is there? But agama, in all the scriptures, texts, or all the sages, they all said it's mukti, moksha, self-realization. So there are certain things you need to follow that path, and we have seen not only in our culture, every culture, reaching or realizing the self is ultimate point. That is ultimate climax. So we need to keep that in mind. So that's what I keep. Whether we are following it or not, that's different. Keeping a highest goal is not
Right.
a big deal. You can have it, whether I'm passing it through or not. That's not a issue. So keeping it and going helps a lot. So doing it,
Yeah. And name of few people who change your life, like really the
change.
way you thought.
One person I want to mention is Sadhguru, Isha Foundation. So his program only, his CD only I listened first. The CD name is Ancient Technology for Modern Mind, which changed me. And I attended all the programs there. And that only made me to think about getting into this direction. Whatever I talk, whatever I say, these words, many things, or most of the things are his words. I am unable to, you know, um, though I try, I cannot block because the essence has gone too much inside. I can only reflect this thing. So whatever any good
Correct.
things coming out of my, it goes to all the gurus, especially to Sadhguru, and
Yeah.
whatever maybe other blabberings, maybe little thing, maybe from mine. So I
And
want to thank him.
I'm able to connect that also because earlier and right now also I see videos of Sadhguru and he really make a great sense the way he speaks about the topic life he generally manages out. So I can see that somewhere I see like some presence of Sadhguru is sitting with me and like answering my question. I can feel that way because I have saw so many videos of him, definitely. That so many things you said, like ignorance, if you, until and accept that, I see so many things. So that is really wonderful and amazing to come to. So let me summarize finally and then we will come to an end. So today we learned the beautiful story, the transformation that you have from your engineering background, like 25 years you invested in your air conditioning MNC industry. And there you have a good, rich environment, rich experience, but still, we have some deep inner calling. So that pulled you somewhere. And from 2006 to 2018, those inner preparations were keep on going on. Like train is moving from the Chennai to Delhi, that on the move, and finally 18, and you shifted your profession to that yoga conditioning or yoga uh, seeker. You fulfill that in your life. You first like take that journey with yourself, because I feel until and unless we practice ourselves, yoga is not for you. So you did that yourself. You went to so many institutes like Krishnamacharya Yoga Mandiram. We had School of Yoga, and now you are currently practicing your teaching, sharing that beautiful knowledge. Because in the medieval, I feel we are just a mediator to share that. We are not the creator, because spiritual ego is somewhere very problem for us as well. So we are just a way. We are just a medium, so that can beautiful things can come out of through that way. Then we have discussed through this podcast the beautiful, like Patanjali Yoga Sutras, that mystery, the deep secret, like what actual yoga is, not the yoga that we are practicing right now in name of yoga. That is not yoga. You said yoga is about connecting your inner with that outer everything. That inner experience is what yoga can be. So it is not just body movement. So movement is good, but that's just to relax your body. Breathing is good. Pranayama is good. You said beautifully. Then we talked about samadhi also. You very well explained that dharana, dhyana, samadhi. It's a step by step process, like how dharana concentration can lead to dhyana, that is meditation, and finally in samadhi, that I is completely gone away, and that object is that oneness will be there. Then we went into the obstacles, like what are the obstacles that are there for a person who is on the path of journey to yoga or spirituality. You said about that nine obstacles, that antaraya that Patanjali ji gave, and four you tell. And the beautiful thing you said there is acceptance. We should accept. That is the beautiful way to, and then we are doing whatever we are acting in our life. That is the beautiful way can be. Then you tell us about the Ritambara Pragya also, what Kevalya is, what Vibhuti Pada is in, and so many other things, the depth and dimension we gone through that podcast. So we think, you also felt that so many bhavas are there, somewhere we are up and down, and that is what make us so laughing right now. Like 2 hours past still, I'm feeling like we have not done anything. It's something, the experience is uplifting for, I hope that for you as well as such. And those who are watching, I think if you have any question, you can type in the chat box. On your behalf, I can ask to sir also as well if anyone has any question. Because I feel without asking questions, I have from my childhood I was having so many questions, and that's why in form of sir, he answered so well all those queries, all those deep inner callings in a. So I really thank you. Thanks a lot for joining today with your giving me time, energy, your effort, and it's really great to connect with you, sir. Balamurali sir, it's really from my heart thanking you for connecting me. So finally, I will ask you one last question. Any suggestion for me? Like you invested your 2 hours with me, and earlier we were talking. Any suggestion you want to tell me, you can openly tell me, and I will try to learn that from you. Yeah. Any advice, anything you want to tell me to improve, I will definitely welcome that. Yes.
No, no, I don't have anything to suggest or anything. It is good to talk anything related to spirituality, related to life, and that's worth spending time. It's not like me talking or anything. If we discuss, three, four people are there, if we have a good sangha, talking about something will always enhance our experience, knowledge, which will make us to get into a final wisdom. So I'm too happy like spending these 2 hours on a important topics of life, and we are also getting from somebody and just spilling it out. So it's like exchanging each other's thing. So hope like every one of us evolve together, mutually helping each other and create a much better world.
So finally, I want to ask you also, I will give your uh, contact details in the chat box as well. If anyone want to connect with you, how like they can connect with you? Anything like your
If they want to connect you, learn the valuable teachings of Patanjali Yoga Sutra, like you are taking the courses, the therapy, anything like you can tell us. If they want
They
to connect
can,
with
yeah, you can give my number so they can reach me anytime. My mobile number.
okay, Okay. Can you tell us like your which place right now you're currently like the people who are if anyone is near you they can come at your place like join your classes online anything like that? Yeah.
I'm in Chennai now. Chennai in a place called Peringalattur. So we have our ashram, Shiv Darshan Yoga Vidyalaya in a place called Egmore, which is in the center of the city. It's an ashram, so we have two Swamijis from Bia School of Yoga running the institution. They can come anytime to the institution, and we have many courses going on, and they can reach us. You can find Shiv Darshan Yoga Vidyalaya there, or you can give my number to get any course details.
Wonderful, sir, and it's really amazing. Once again, I will see, and it's really uplifting for me. I don't know for others, maybe or not. It's really always when I connect with people, it's really a learning experience for me, and it changed something from within me. It's like loosens me from within me. So I will thanks a lot again to you, sir, Balmuli sir, and I hope and I feel like we will again connect with some more wisdom, with some more insight, with some more learning to again because yoga is something like a depthless sea. There is no depth. Like you can try go a lot. So I feel like people all enjoyed your conversation. And finally, thanks a lot for joining once again. So we will meet again. So keep joining, listening to the conversation on this Anandyatra podcast, which is a journey to bliss. I hope today you felt the bliss with Balamurali sir on this podcast. And please keep share this video with others so that others can also be healed. They will learn the story of Balamurali sir. If they also want some change in their life, they can take the example of sir and change their beautiful life because life is all about living it beautifully. We have that last time. So thanks a lot with that, and we will meet again. Take care till that time, and we will again meet with other podcast with some other knowledgeable, beautiful person. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Take care.
Thank
Have
you,
a
sir.
great
Thank
day.
you all. Thank you.
For you. Take care. Thank you.